My name is Bruce Orr, District 13. The City Council faces a difficult and potentially unpopular decision on City Hall. But while 50 years ago it cost $50 million to build, today planners are telling us rebuilding it will cost $1 billion, more or less. And at that price, we could buy 10 Clyde Warren parks. Or we could decide it might be time to buy, rent, or build at a new location for considerably less money. Last year, for example, Fort Worth moved its city hall into a 20-story high-rise with 400,000 square feet of office space, which is just a little bit more than this city building. That cost $230 million, and I'm not saying that we could get that same deal, but what I am saying, it suggests we should be able to spend a lot less money to relocate. But the decision isn't just about the cost, it's about whether this city council will be fiscally responsible with the money it manages. Right now, we have a $34 million budget deficit. Our downtown tax base, which funds a considerable part of our spending money, is not meeting its growth expectations, and it's likely to get worse before it gets better. We know AT&T and its 7,000 employees are leaving soon, and both our sports teams have one foot out the door, and when they leave, they're going to be leaving with the tens of thousands of fans who, for about 100 games each year, bring to downtown Dallas the three things it needs most: excitement, energy, and more money. So I ask only that you address our money problems responsibly. It makes no sense to make matters worse by rebuilding City Hall at a huge cost when and if there are less costly alternatives. And yes, please invigorate downtown, make it more livable, make it more dynamic, but with a new revenue-generating entertainment district that will breathe much-needed life into the South Side and bring a whole lot more money to the city coffers. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Amanda Moreno Lake. I live in District 1. I was born and raised here in Dallas, in West Dallas. I started my first business back in 1989 in Bishop Arts. And that investment changed my life. When I first started investing in Oak Cliff and in Bishop Arts, many buildings were boarded up. People did not see what it could become. And the city stepped up and spent $2.1 million in helping Bishop Arts in widening our sidewalks, planting trees, redoing the pavers, the landscaping, and believing in the future of our neighborhood. Together, we transformed it. And because of that investment, the entire city benefited. We grew the tax base. We helped small businesses get started. We created jobs. That was a buildings in Oak Cliff that was overlooked has now become a destination. I see the same kind of opportunity at this current site at City Hall. Here is a site that has a lot of possibilities. I see a chance to create business and mixed-use development that the center of here in our center of our city. The kind of redevelopment does not just change buildings. It changes how people feel about our city. It brings people back. It creates opportunity. It grows tax base. It pays for our city services for everyone. That is exactly what happened in Oak Cliff and in Bishop Arts. This decision is bigger than one building. This is about the future of downtown Dallas and the future of our city. And I know that this is a generation opportunity to reimagine the heart of our city. Thank you very much, and I hope you all have a blessed day. And thank you for all you do.
Good morning.
Thank you.
My name is Trey Black, and I've been born and raised in Dallas and have enjoyed this place over the years. Guys, my family lives in Oak Cliff, and we absolutely love this city. And I know that each one of you love this city as well. We have some huge decisions we need to make, and I'm confident that we can make them together. Over the next few weeks and months, this will help define our city for the next 50 years. It'll take several pieces of the puzzle to bring a vision together, but one piece, what we do with this building, and time is now to move City Hall. Let's focus on the future. We have an opportunity to bring our urban core together. We have an opportunity to make sure that we completely rethink downtown. And look, it's going to take courage. It's going to take leadership. It's going to take the type of incredible ambition and dreams, big dreams that have helped define this city since 1841 and officially in 1856. Guys, this can be absolutely legendary, but we have to be able to bring the pieces together. We have to do what's in the best interest of our taxpayers. We have to do what's in the best interest of our constituents at every compass point around this city. But our folks here in the city of Dallas are depending on you guys to make a tough decision. It won't be easy, but if we do this thing together, Mr. Mayor, well, then we will make sure that Dallas is a going concern for generations to come. My kids and my kids' kids, I want them to stay here and be proud of what we do.
That's your time.
And I think we have an opportunity to do it together. So thank you so much for your time.
Council members, my name is Adam Kraus. I am a 38-year-old Dallas native, a husband, a local downtown business owner, and last year I founded Kraus Holdings, a commercial real estate development and investment company. For 10 years, I lived in the heart of downtown as a resident. I have also been a longtime office tenant downtown, and today I am a downtown stakeholder as a business owner. I have walked these streets nearly every day for the past 13 years. Like all of us in this room today, I care deeply about the future of this city, especially a neighborhood I have called home. And like the rest of you, I have watched Dallas transform. Since 2001, Victory Park rose from nothing. Uptown has densified and become the new central business district. The design district has reinvented itself, and the suburbs of Dallas have gone from just being the suburbs of Dallas to now our economic competitor. By almost every measure, this city is booming, and yet the blocks surrounding City Hall still contain the same vacant parking lots that have existed since the 1970s. Half a century of standing still. My wife works on Main Street just around the corner from here, and every evening she calls me when she leaves the office, not to chat, but because she does not feel safe walking to her car alone. A city that has boomed the way Dallas has boomed should not have a woman calling her husband for safety on a short walk in its urban core. That is what 50 years of vacancy does. Private capital does not move without a reason. Most lump all of downtown together, the good and the bad. Right now, downtown is in desperate need of momentum. The negative headlines that cover newspapers about downtown hurt residences and businesses. Those in this room and the next generation of Dallasites deserve a downtown that finally got its catalyst. They will either see the same vacant parking lots we see today, or they will see the moment Dallas decided its downtown deserved its catalyst. This council has the opportunity to send that signal and usher in that catalyst. I hope you will take it.
That's your time.
Thank you.
Women, I'm Jim Lake and live at 1704 West Colorado in District 1. I'm CEO of Jim Lake Companies. Today, I brought a few photographs with me that you have in front of you. One is an aerial photo of Dallas City Hall and the surrounding area from 1976. The other is a recent aerial photo of the same site. After 50 years, very little has changed. Then you compare that to what we did at Victory Park. 1999, when we started construction, it was a $16 million tax value. Fast forward to 2026, $2.5 billion. That can happen or better in this district, in the downtown district. I was born and raised in North Dallas, and I remember when this city hall was built. During my lifetime, I watched Dallas reinvent itself. I've seen neighborhoods transform and areas once written off become thriving economic engines for the city. But this area around City Hall has largely remained frozen in time. The reality is the space has become a disconnector. Great cities succeed when they create connectivity, energy, improved walkability, not barriers in the middle of our downtown. I spent my career redeveloping urban spaces across Dallas and North Texas. My family helped pioneer Bishop Arts District, the Design District, and then long before most people, except my wife, believed in it. We worked to redevelop places where the reinvestment helped spark new life, new businesses, and a new tax-based growth. I can tell you firsthand, opportunities like this do not come around often. This is the spark we need for redevelopment. Rather than spend between $340 million and $1 billion continuing to invest in an aging building, we should seize this once-in-a-generation opportunity to rethink and reimagine the heart of Dallas. When this building opened,
That's
Dallas
your
had around
time.
850,000
That's
folks.
your time.
I've seen what happens. Dallas is ready to take
That's your
on
time.
how it is.
That's your time.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor and City Council members. My name is Kathy Burgos. I live in District 9. I have called Dallas home for 54 years. On April 10, 2005, the Dallas Morning News published an article. The headline was, "Optimism Keeps Restaurants Up and Running for Now." The story was about my husband, Sam, and I, and our restaurant, Streetside Cafe, on Nerve and Young. The article said something I have never forgotten. If downtown succeeds, their cafe will succeed. If downtown fails, the Streetside Cafe will fail. And sadly, that turned out to be true. My husband was the chef. I worked the front. We poured everything we had into the cafe. We stayed hopeful. We received kind reviews and local media attention. But the foot traffic never came. After work hours, downtown emptied. On weekends, it often felt abandoned. We could not survive on optimism alone. We had to close the doors. Unfortunately, other businesses met the same fate. And throughout those years, we dealt with break-ins, vandalism, graffiti, and frustration of trying to keep investing in the area never fully came alive. I am here today to support redeveloping the current City Hall site because I still believe downtown can succeed. For decades, this part of downtown has never generated the activity, foot traffic, or economic energy that businesses need to survive. I know that firsthand because my family lived it. This is not just about replacing a building, it's about finally creating downtown. Attracts people and families day and night, weekdays and weekends. I still believe in downtown Dallas. I stayed, I kept investing, I kept hoping. But hope alone is not enough. Please choose a future that brings life, energy, businesses, and opportunities back downtown. Redevelop City Hall site. Revitalize downtown. Choose Dallas. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm an older American, and just made me feel good earlier today. I'll tell my kids. I'm a retired marketing guy. Much to everybody's surprise, I had a great deal of success. It came down to I learned how to make decisions and to find the right people to make a decision. I'm reading Sunday's paper. I see a picture of Mike Rawlings. I met Mike and Mickey in the early 80s. We both worked at Tracy Locke. I said, this is simple. Tried to explain it to my wife of 55 years who's remodeling a house. Didn't work, but I said, let's see if Mike has any interest or is available. Why would he be somebody that could help? You need somebody that worked here for 8 years. You need somebody who really understands business, the emotional part of business, as well as this Pizza Hut CEO. New concepts, new ideas, marketing and advertising. CEO of Tracy Locke. Yeah, but there's a lot of sports people and sports influence on this. Linebacker at Boston College. So the question I had when I reached out to Mike and complimented him on a picture that was somewhat flattering, said, do you have any interest? Are you like running for something? Because we're like Christmas card friends. You know, like, how you doing? Somebody died, we'll try to get some money together. This isn't what you do. This is emotional, but this isn't going to change. This is a good thing for Dallas. Everybody's moving to Texas because people understand the emotional part, how to do the right thing. Let's put it all on Rawlings, okay? And then let's move on to other things. And Lord knows, there's so many other things everybody's fighting about, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. PJ Moten.
Good morning. My name is PJ Moten. I'm here today as a young Black man, a Dallas resident, and someone who cares deeply about the future of this city. I'm also here with a sense of urgency. For far too long, communities like South Dallas, MLK Boulevard, Fair Park, and Oak Cliff have carried the weight of the promise made but not fully kept. These communities are rich in culture, history, talent, and resilience, but continue to face the aging infrastructure, unsafe streets, underfunded recreation centers, limited economic opportunity, and a lack of intentional investment. Meanwhile, other parts of Dallas continue to grow, attract development, and benefit from the kind of attention every neighborhood deserves. That imbalance is not just unfortunate, it's unacceptable. We do not need another study to tell us what our communities already know. We do not need more delays, more reports, more symbolic conversations. We need bold, accountable, and intentional action. South Dallas deserves modern infrastructure. MLK Boulevard deserves to be a corridor of pride, business, culture, and opportunity. Fair Park should be treated as the crown jewel that it is and not just as an afterthought. Oak Cliff deserves safe roads, thriving public spaces, and strong recreation centers, and development that benefits the people who already live there. This moment calls for leadership that is not only visionary but responsible. Dallas City Hall has served its purpose, but the truth is the building is no longer reflects the needs of a modern growing city, or the people it serves. If we're talking about spending over $1 billion over the next 20 years simply to maintain an outdated infrastructure without creating new revenue, new opportunity, and transformative growth, then we have to ask ourselves, is this really the best use of public resources? My generation is not asking for wasteful spending. We're asking for smart investment. We are asking for decisions that create impact. We want vibrant spaces where families gather, small businesses thrive, tourists visit, and longtime residents feel seen, valued, and protected. This is about where the Dallas has the
That's
courage.
your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.